Welcome to the March meeting of the Massachusetts Federal Funds Partnership. We're just going to give folks a moment to join and then we'll just jump right in. Start with a little housekeeping, which is that this meeting is being recorded and we will have a question and answer session at the end. So at any time, you're welcome to put your questions in the chat. And then we will have moderated Q&A out of the chat towards the end of the meeting. So feel free at any time to start asking questions. We'll just give one more minute for folks to get in and then we'll jump right in. All right, well, let's get started. So I'm really thrilled about today's meeting. We're going to have the opportunity to explain the GrantWell tool, which is an artificial intelligence assisted tool that we designed over the last couple of years to support cities, towns, and tribes in the Massachusetts Federal Funds Partnership in your efforts to seek resources from the federal government and also from state agencies and from charitable sources. So we're excited to launch the tool, to give you a demo of that and explain how folks can start using that right away. We're also thrilled that we have our friends from Massachusetts Department of Transportation here to talk through the Safe Streets and Roads for All program. And then we'll have a Q&A. But first, let me just go through a few of our broader updates from the Federal Funds and Infrastructure Office, as well as highlight a few of the open federal opportunities as we do each month. So as you know, Massachusetts launched mass.gov/FedImpact, public-facing website to help folks understand the dynamic nature of the relationship with federal funding and to see some of the impact of some of the changes at the federal level. This is a website that we keep updated on a real-time basis that measures the impact that federal funding cuts have had in Massachusetts. There's also an opportunity through mass.gov/FedImpact to communicate with us about the ways that some of these cuts have impacted you and your cities, towns, and tribes, and other nonprofit organizations, other stakeholders. We can't always fix the problem, but we are very eager to be a resource to you as you navigate this changing environment. At the moment, we are tracking a number of about $3.7 billion. This includes both the cuts that have happened at the agency level through the executive branch of the federal government, as well as the cuts to date that have resulted from some of the congressional actions, including the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. This does not reflect two really important things. One is some of the likely ramifications over the next few years of some of the federal funding cuts. For example, some of the cuts to the Medicaid program have not had their full impact yet. Some of the cuts to subsidies for support of health insurance premiums for the SNAP cuts will continue to have ramifications over time. And so we'll keep on top of those. Also, this is a snapshot of the impact on the state treasury. And we understand that a lot of the impacts are felt in other parts of Massachusetts, being felt by cities, towns, and tribes, a number of institutions, and also by individuals themselves. But this is a tool that you can use both to learn what we know about what's been happening and also to communicate with us about what's been happening to you. Moving to the next slide. We've been thrilled to offer some resources that came out of the federal funds legislation passed a couple of years ago to support cities, towns, tribes as you move forward with infrastructure projects. The Municipal and Tribal Technical Assistance Program is open on a rolling basis and is available to support planning, feasibility, grant writing, post-implementation, post-award implementation. It supports hiring personnel, can support consultants in some instances. We were really pleased at last month's meeting to announce the first 11 awardees of this grant program. We have received some really great applications since then. But we would love for you to consider applying to this program if you have needs in terms of technical assistance support within your municipality or tribe. We also implement a separate program related called the TARPA program, where we're working with all of the regional planning agencies across Massachusetts in partnership to support them in the ways that they support you. And so that's been a really successful rollout as well. Moving to the next slide. We're here to support you. A big piece of the Massachusetts Federal Funds Partnership is that we want to be a resource to you as you navigate the federal government, as you navigate different parts of the Healey-Driscoll Administration, some of our terrific quasi-governmental agencies. So we really encourage you to reach out to us. We have a website that is linked in the chat, our FFIO website. We keep that very current with the federal funding opportunities that we know of, with information about these programs, with clips of the federal funds partnership meetings. And so please do take advantage of that resource. Let us know if there are other things that we can provide for you there. We're active on social media, particularly recently on LinkedIn. And so would be really pleased if you could follow us, if you engage with us on LinkedIn. And then we keep the fedfundsinfra@mass.gov email address monitored on a real-time basis. We respond to every email that you send to us, and we can try to help you navigate what are the resources within either the federal government or the state government to address certain challenges. We know that there are silos in state government. We know there are a ton of silos in the federal government, and we're here to help navigate those challenges and point you to opportunities. Moving to the next slide. So one of the things that we like to do in the Massachusetts Federal Funds Partnership is try to highlight some of the open and available federal funding opportunities, and to walk us through some of the ones that we're focusing on right now. I'd love to turn it over to our terrific colleague, Mallory.
Thank you, Quentin. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm super happy to see everyone today. So we just have 2 new grants to highlight today that opened since our last meeting in February. The first is the Children's Mental Health Initiative, which covers comprehensive community-based mental health services and supports for children and young adults through the age of 21. Eligible applicants include states, local governments, and tribes. The maximum award amount is $3 million, and the deadline to apply is April 20th, 2026. And the next program is the Assisted Outpatient Treatment Program. So this supports expanding outpatient treatment for adults with serious mental illness and behavioral challenges, and it requires recipients to implement the treatment in partnership with civil courts, community partners, and other entities. So the program aims to reduce incidence or duration of hospitalization, homelessness, incarceration, and other kinds of interaction with the criminal justice system for individuals while improving the health and social outcomes of those folks. So eligible applicants include community-based primary care or behavioral care settings, emergency departments, but also state and public mental health agencies and local public health agencies. The maximum award is $700,000, and the deadline to apply is April 20th, 2026. With that, I will pass it back to Quentin.
Wonderful. Thank you, Mallory. Do you want to highlight the MBI Connected Online program as well?
Sure, yeah, I'm happy to jump in on this. So, the Mass Broadband Institute asked us to highlight their Connected and Online program, which is currently open. I believe this is the second time they've opened up the program, if I'm not mistaken. So, the program provides laptops, tablets, and desktops to eligible organizations for use in on site public computer stations or free to borrow lending programs. And projects must advance the education, workforce development, and healthcare access for communities by enabling remote learning, work, and virtual health services. So eligible applicants include municipal governments, state agencies, tribes, and others. And MBI is currently accepting applications until April 5th and asked us to highlight the program. So if you have any questions, we're happy to connect you with our colleagues over at the Mass Broadband Institute. I'll kick it back to you, Quentin.